Said we're live. We're gonna wait just a second. See if we kick up here on one of these screens. Come on, let's go live. Come on. No comments on the screen yet. No nothing. Hello. Uh-oh.
There we go.
I think. Okay. Stuff's popping up now. Okay, I think we're live now. Hopefully this is working okay. It's I might have my sound up over here.
I do.
And I normally say turn that off. Okay, so let me know. That took a really long time for it to show us going live. I hope there's not some serious lag and stuff going on. It's been storming here the last 2 hours. That's why it's so bright and so dark outside. And that does affect internet sometimes for us as well. So hopefully we sound okay and look halfway decent here. We're doing the best we can with what we have to deal with. Still not showing live on yours, though. That might be your phone issue.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Okay, so looks like we got quite a few people in the house, some familiar faces, and some people I haven't seen in a while. So welcome everybody. This is August the 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Obviously we're live now, but if you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment and we will respond back to you. It just may be, well, tomorrow when we wake up or whatever day that may be, but we do allow these live streams to record and play back. So welcome. If this is your first or second live stream, by all means, let us know that. There's plenty of people that love to reach out and welcome you. And what we typically do every week on the live streams, this is kind of a question and answer. You know, hey, how's everybody doing? What happened on the channel last week? What's happening this week? And typically we cook at the end of every live stream. Although I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know, I'm sure we're going to have to say this 2 or 3 times throughout the live stream. Good news, bad news. All right, so let's go ahead and do the bad news. We're not cooking tonight.
Yeah.
No cooking on the live stream. But the good news, why are we not cooking tonight? Is because the Blackstones tore all apart and the outdoor kitchen is a disaster right now. But work is going on out there. It looks like a bomb has went off. So that's the good news. The work is happening.
Plus, on top of that being done, I don't even know if I've been able to cook tonight with all the love bugs.
Oh yeah, that's
we
true.
We would have had so many love bugs in the food.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So we're dealing with that right now, and y'all will see that on the episode that I'm recording for the outdoor kitchen. But if a lot of y'all are not familiar with love bugs down here in the South, they were created at once upon a time, so the rumor goes, to try to help combat mosquitoes and whatever else. They're made by the University of Florida down here, brought in, bred. Well, they're worthless bugs. They do nothing. Nothing wants to eat them because they taste so bad, and they bloom twice a year and migrate through as the seasons change. And they're here usually a couple weeks, and they come in by the just, I don't know, millions, billions, trillions. I don't know how many. But they have been so bad this week on the porch, just thousands in my face every day. It's going to make for some interesting footage, and this would probably be a stretch that we couldn't cook. That's without a doubt. All right, so anybody complaining about no buffering, no issues?
Mine is. I'm going to have to turn mine out. And
I think that's just cell phone issue because I noticed.
It might be with
I noticed. I don't know what's going on with our Verizon tower the last couple of days. It hasn't been very good. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, everybody, I'm sorry. Everybody's no cooking. What? Sorry. But it's for good reason. That's because, well, I've got everything tore apart. I'm working. We're going to, why did the volume just turn up?
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I'm clicking on comment. We got some weird stuff going on. That volume just randomly turned up on my computer. But the good news is, it's because the kitchen is getting done. Barring no major issues, the kitchen is going to be done late toward the end of the week. And I will rush to try to get a video out. And we should be cooking in that outdoor kitchen by next weekend. Fingers crossed that all those love bugs are gone and we can actually enjoy our porch again. Otherwise, we're just going to have to go there and cook at nighttime, I'm afraid, because those little bugs do not fly around at nighttime. And Kim's obviously familiar with them because she says love bugs wreck car paint. They do.
Yes.
They actually, there's something in their heads that are acidic. Whenever they hit your car paint, if you leave them on there, which everybody does because you run through thousands of them a day, they wind up literally eating through the clear coat and paint and ruining the front edge of your car. They're just nobody around it. They're the most worthless bug on the planet. Like I said, I don't even think really much eats them. They're just so disgusting. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's see here. So Geoff says, I love the channel. The YouTube algorithm had you as my #1 suggested channel based off of outdoor kitchen series.
Nice.
Cool. It is so nice to actually get promoted by YouTube every now and then because It is very, very, very hard to get promoted by YouTube. It really is. And when you do, you see channel growth like what we just seen in the last month. We just got 1 million views last month, picked up over 10,000 subscribers. So it's awesome. And then you kind of go back in your lull where YouTube's not really promoting you and things are nice and slow. As I always tell everybody, YouTube itself is such a roller coaster ride. Many months of nothing's happening. You're questioning, why am I doing this? And then you'll get a month or two of it just, they promote several videos or one good video and it takes off. So happy to hear that we're popping up at the top of the list on any of our videos. We'll take any kind of promotion that we can get. All right. Oh, and Chris, since you're whining about no cooking, I see that. We do want to let you know that we did receive something from you this week.
We're saving it.
We want to save it because it's more fitting for the outdoor kitchen and cooking, and we want to share it with everybody in that atmosphere because we think it's going to be perfect.
We love it. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
So thank you for sending it. We did not forget about you, but I think next week's going to be the proper time to expose your gift there. I think everybody will enjoy
Sure.
it. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so most people are saying the signal's good, a little bit of buffering. That could be on your end, just like Tiffany's experiencing that, but she's on Verizon. Everything else is on AT&T, and it seems to be doing good, so who knows. And everybody wants to know what Bullet's back there doing. Looks like he is just snoozing in the couch right now. He's been jumping back and forth from couch to couch, but it looks like he's got his bed made back there, and
We
he's going to take a nap.
unfortunately don't have a little area for him to sit here and, on the live streams with us.
It
but
wouldn't matter. He doesn't sit still for nothing. If he
gets
had a
under
little
the
seat
covers,
right here,
yeah.
he would be jumping down, going and checking on his food bowl. Checking on
But
his
as
food bowl.
fall gets here, we'll probably migrate out to the outdoor area and
Oh
we'll
yeah,
have y'all live out there.
yeah. Once we get away from all these 90 and 100 degree summer days, I think a lot of our live streams will be outside. But then we got to watch all the mosquitoes and bugs and everything else.
So we have a question. Can you put the oil filter wrench remover in your Amazon page?
I do need to do that, although I think I bought that one from Walmart. It's just an old cheap one. Amazon has a ton of them. Let me write that down on my list, and I will add that. Oh, you would think I'd have all this stuff figured out by now for our Amazon store because we're so thankful for everybody that uses it. It really does help support the channel, and I often forget to add little things like that. Sometimes I think, oh, people just ain't going to be interested in this, and then sometimes I just flat out forget to add the items in there. But yes, we'll get that added. I'll put it on my little list for when the live stream's over. Thank you for reminding us. We truly do appreciate it. Let's see here. And Linda wants to know, could I please add Tiffany's favorite cooking tools to the Blackstone
Yes.
to your Amazon account? So let me click that
I've
pen
been
button.
reminding him, but we'll write it down.
Yes, it's actually wrote down this time. All right, Blackstone.
There's something else that I figured we
Tools.
needed to put on there.
No telling.
Yeah.
All right, so thank y'all so much for reminding me of that. Shame on me. We'll absolutely do that. Let's see here. Wow, so Dan says one year he thinks they had those bugs up in Canada. That's absolutely crazy. I didn't know they could go that far, but they're disgusting jokers. I can't stand them. So Kim wants to know if what Chris sent, is it cheese? Well,
Maybe.
we won't get too much into it, but I think everybody knows it could have something to do with cheese. Probably not what any of y'all are thinking there.
Hold on, we skipped a comment up here.
Okay.
Jennifer's comments. Ezel. She had a comment there. You see it? Yep, right there. Hey guys, I'm concerned about cutting.
Okay, so she's concerned about cutting and bracing in the loft. It's 3 joists of their 60 by 80 house. They need the headspace and walls are built on either side. And what would I suggest? I would absolutely suggest that you talk with a structural engineer before ever cutting out anything, or bring a contractor in that can at least determine if the walls on either side are structural, load bearing, and it sounds like they potentially may be. I would never cut a joist out that's been engineered and designed in without talking with somebody else, unless you know 100% that these are non-load bearing walls and that space above can handle it. And chances are you probably don't, because you don't have all the calculations like an engineer does. So I would at least start with a framer that's highly recommended. They can come in at least kind of figure out the load bearing portion. The last thing, if he's questionable about that, he or she is, I would talk with a structural engineer. I know that's kind of getting a bit complicated, but before I ever cut anything out like that, I would 100% get a professional's opinion on it. That is not something I can potentially help you on right there without seeing it, and still then, I can't do the calculations that an engineer can for all your weight bearing was up top. So let's see here. What else? There was one I was going to answer, and I lost it now. So Robert wants to know, have I posted anything on the other channel lately? He hasn't gotten any notifications. I have not, and I've got the thermal videos coming over there. Sadly, I've been wanting to capture some better content. I've got good looking around content. I've been wanting to capture some better hunting content, and I've got a little, don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to go ahead and release that video, and I was waiting on a mount to come in. I got a brand new mount in for my gun to move that to the scope so I can do the testing that they claim that it'll hold 0 if you take it off and on. And I just got that in the mail, so I need to do that, and I wanted to include that part in the video too. So you're about to get that one. I did just order me some new fishing lures that come in. I'm promising myself I'm going fishing this coming up week. I know everybody's sick and tired of hearing that. I'm ready to go fishing, really ready to go fishing. About to have the outdoor kitchen knocked out to the point.
Yeah, it's been a huge project on him, so
it has been
trying to keep momentum going.
And then all the mowing and everything else. I know I'm making constant excuses, but yes, you're about to get the thermal video over there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and release and not wait for a specific type of hunting that I was hoping to include into it, because I'll just make another video for that. But I definitely wanted to get the new mount and sighting and testing on there. So you'll get that one, and hopefully I think I'm going to try to go do a little bass fishing. I can do that quick one morning, come back, do a little work in the afternoon, or mow the grass or something like that. So I'm going to try to make that happen very, very soon. And I see somebody wants to know what about a dove field update. It's doing really well. I can include that in an upcoming video, maybe a mowing video or something, give y'all some more animal pictures. You know, I like to do that. Actually, I may mow tomorrow or the next day. I may just do another one of those quick mowing, quick time-lapse videos. Here's some animal pictures. Everybody loves to see what's wrong around the property and give y'all that update.
See, and also when you do those, I think it would be a good idea to go ahead and just throw in some content through the chickens, you know, because...
Yes, I did that in the last...
I
did that in the last mowing video. I showed an update on the chickens too. So that may be what I start doing, like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Here's an update on all these little things that don't necessarily deserve a full-length video, but everybody I see right now, how's the chickens doing? How's the dove plot doing?
And then before too long, we'll have doggy videos. So.
Yeah, that's right. Before long, we'll have little puppy videos and everything else. And then hopefully next year we'll get into some fencing and cows and all the other animals that we want to show off. So I think I will go ahead and do that for an update video. Try to get that knocked out this week right there.
We did have a question. Have you decided on a name yet?
We talked about name at lunch today for the new puppy. In case y'all don't know, I have put a deposit down on the chocolate lab. I think I'm starting to maybe lean toward Ruger.
Yay!
I think.
That's my favorite.
She keeps trying to name my dog. I don't know. It was supposed to be Hunter, Cooper,
Remy.
We were back and forth on Remy. Now I'm starting to think Ruger. I kind of like the way it sounds.
Short, you know.
To the point, can call the dog back quickly with that name. And then, of course, it has to deal with hunting.
Ruger really loud.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
I want to see how it sounds. You getting onto it.
Ruger! All right, there we go. See, I think it'll work.
Yeah.
Ruger, quit chewing. Quit digging. So, see, there we go. So, I'm starting to lean toward Ruger. I really am. I think that may work. So, goodness gracious, I see people from Homeless House, Florida, and then right behind Neil and Cheryl, all the way from Holland.
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Talk about way across the big pond there. So welcome. Thank you for chatting with us. I'm sure it's got to be really late over there right now. Oh goodness gracious! So let's scroll down here and grab a few more comments. I have talked way too long, and there's a ton of them. Let's see what else we got here. Everybody keeps talking about you got to do the outdoor channel. I know. I've got to get a video there. I know. So, Greg asked, did you say you once used Visible for cell phone service? And if so, what's your experience? Yes, that's Visible.
That's what we use. You're
watching me on Visible right now. I just pointed at that a minute ago and said AT&T. It's not. I don't know what I was thinking. My cellular internet in the house that my laptop and everything else is on is AT&T. Our phones run on Visible, which is Verizon service.
We need to see if there's more discounts.
There's not. I checked.
Even if we give out the code?
No, you max out.
I thought it was like you get $5 for every person you refer.
I don't know. You kind of max out the party plan.
So
so we are thrilled with Visible. We pay $25 a month for unlimited everything, and that's unlimited hotspot. No other plan offers that. Now the hotspot's capped at 5 megabits a second. They claim. I've gotten faster than that. but no plan offers that. So if you sign up for $40 a month, they have what's called Party Pay, where you can add up to 4 people. You can add more than 4, but that gives you your maximum discount. We've added family and friends and all that stuff. So now every time somebody comes on that Party Pay, it's $25 right there. So if you have a family, you can set that right up. First bill is 40, you add somebody, well, now both bills are 35. You add somebody else, now all 3 bills are 30, all the way down to $25 a month. So you can potentially get 4 lines for $100 a month, covers all 4 lines, and it's 100% unlimited. And it works everywhere around here because Verizon is what we have everywhere around here driving out in the boonies. We recommend it all the time. We were just talking about that with some friends yesterday. We've taught a ton of people in getting on it. We don't get paid by Visible, none of that stuff. Some people watch the channel and think, hey, we're pushing something here. I could care less if you sign up for it or not. I just recommend it all the time because we have friends that were literally paying $160 a month for 2 phones on Verizon, signed up, now they're paying $50 a month. You know, it's like, holy moly. I'd love to see people save some money. So we 100% recommend it. Let's grab another question. So Kenneth says, going to be starting my own garden next year and want to know what type of soil you used for your corn, regular soil, and fertilizer. I did 0 fertilizer. I bought a local compost mixture. There is a big company in a town near me that's called Georgia, Florida Mulch and Compost. And they do like a 6-way blend of bark, and it's got chicken manure in it for all your nitrogen. It's got some sand and multiple types of bark and other kinds of stuff in it. And it's extremely high in nitrogen, so corn loves it. It can be a little hot and burn up some of your tips of your leaves on your other plants, but everything produced so well with it. My tiny little garden literally fills up a 25 cubic foot deep freezer for us. We canned some stuff out of it, and we have given away 5-gallon bucket upon 5-gallon bucket of stuff this year. And we eventually just got to where I just let it go because, oh my goodness, I've been giving the mail lady stuff and hauling stuff up the post office. She's been carrying patient stuff. We've been carrying friend stuff. You'd be shocked what you get out of a little garden, but the soil is everything. Just go get you a good rich compost. And if you can find somebody that mixes it up and can sell it to you by like a machine bucket load by a yard, you'll get it for 1/3 the cost that you'll go to the big box stores and buy it in the bag form. Plus, it's probably a better product too. I think there's maybe mushroom in that compost too. All I know is
I want to say you said it.
Yeah, all I know is it works very, very well. So skip all the other fertilizer and stuff. As long as you got a good nitrogen and just good rich soil in general. Typically, I find I have to do absolutely no fertilizers. So when does the puppy come home? It'll be about 2 more weeks. I have to wait for it to be at least 8 years old to be considered.
8 weeks.
8 weeks old. 8 weeks old to be considered fully weaned, and it has to get a series of shots before we can accept it. Actually, once we get it, we'll have to do 1 more round of shots there. But that's just kind of the rules for it, and it should be
getting ready for him.
Yeah, should be about 2 more weeks. Actually, the breeder sent me a couple pictures yesterday. I need to post some of those on the community tab and show those to y'all. The little guy that maybe going to be getting called Ruger. Yeah, he got pretty little eyes too. So my buddy will be home in a couple of weeks. We'll see how that works out. So I see Casey from Henderson's How To just jumped on. He says, I skip his comments every week. Well, I see you this week, Casey. I see you this week.
Does he say you skip him?
Yeah, he got on to me last week. And he says his dad's chocolate lab is named Ruger. That's the one thing that bothers me a little. It's such a popular name. I know, but we're going to be down there at the river and everybody else has got their labs because everybody's got labs. And I guarantee you, I'm going to be hollering Ruger for mine and Ruger's, the other dog's going to be over here. It's such a popular name. Oh, we'll see how it works out. So everybody wants to know where Cash is. Excuse me. He could not make it tonight. He had some family stuff come up. He got a hold of me a little while ago, and he's dealing with family stuff. That's by far more important. Yeah, always put family first. Everything's good.
He's probably cooking a wonderful meal for his
Actually, he's not. He's out doing some shopping and other things, taking care of a family member
Maybe
there.
he has the night off from cooking, and he'll get to go out to eat.
Yeah, we'll see. So Cash is not going to be with us tonight, so we will miss Cash there, but I'm sure he'll watch it back a little later. So now we can talk about him all that we want because he's not here. We can make his ears and nose itch, right?
Yeah, right.
All right. So what town was it that has the compost? Ask Kim. That is Perry, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in that area, it's again Georgia, Florida, mulch and compost. I think.
It's pretty easy to remember.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you type in Perry, Florida, it's the only place there that offers stuff like that. Let's see what else we got here. So, Outdoors with the Morgans has a Ruger. That's exactly right. They're a golden retriever. Ruger's such a popular name.
See, now you're going to want to change it.
I'm telling you, I already knew it was such a popular name.
They're all popular.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, all those names are popular.
Right. All right, so I see a lot of people asking how long. I'm so far behind on comments. Hopefully, y'all just got on there and caught that. We'll get the puppy in about 2 weeks. And are there any chicken farms where we're located? Oh, yeah. There's chicken farms everywhere around here. With fertilizer as high as it is, though, what you may be hinting at is go there and buy some chicken manure from them. Fertilizer is so extremely expensive right now. A lot of farmers have opted to no longer sell their chicken manure. Actually, one of my good friends has a chicken farm, and they used to sell it by the ton all the time. Had a spreader truck, everything. But now fertilizer so much, they save all their stuff now to go fertilize their pastures and everything else. They're kind of having to hoard it because it's a cost-saving measure. Stuff's through the roof so much right now for farmers. I don't see how they're making it. With diesel as high as it is and fertilizer up 300%, it's hard to get your hands on chicken manure right now. It really is. Hopefully some of that stuff settles out, but we'll see. So Greg says, Visible's doing away with the party plan. Uh-oh. I'm going with 2 plans. One's $30 a month, which is what the one we're on now. Okay, I can handle that. And the other one's a $45 plan where you can get ultra high-speed network, among other things. Which that one will do us no good because there's no 5G out here. Right. But still, who else offers a truly unlimited 5G plan for $45 a month?
30 is still cheap.
And 30 we can handle. I hate that we're going to go up $5 a month, but 30 you can't complain with that. That's still the cheapest cell phone we've ever in our life had. And it's funny you mention that because I remember one of our friends just mentioning that last week. I didn't realize the party pay was going to go away, so that's a bummer. But that means you can sign right up now for $30 instead of $40 like it is, so that's going to help a lot of people out. Let's see here.
Hi, Zoe.
Zoe's
yep, they wanted us to sing.
All right, hello, Zoe. And I did want to mention, I am horrible with names, but I've run into a few people over the last couple of weeks in restaurants and out and about at hardware stores. So it's been awesome running into people out in public and getting to meet people. I don't know if any of y'all may be watching it out, but it was a pleasure meeting you. Sorry, I get really bad with names and I do get a little forgetful. I do my best to try to remember a lot of people there, but I just wanted to say it was awesome meeting a lot of y'all in public. That's been happening a lot here lately, especially in the Home Depot and Lowe's parking lot in the aisles. I'll get to buggying down one aisle and I'll see people staring at me. I'm like, did I do something? Eventually it's, hey, I
people
see you.
They're like looking at us like, oh yeah, they might know us, yeah.
So hello Zoe, and hello to any of y'all that may be watching that I've run into over the last several weeks as we go out and about. So it's been pretty cool meeting y'all. Let's see what else we got going on here.
Y'all are making me hungry.
I know, there's tons of food talk on here. Trying to catch a question, and all I keep seeing is meatloaf and green beans, mac and cheese, and what's going on? Everybody's starving tonight, and I guess now that we're not cooking, they're all disappointed we'll talk about food. Let's see here. Where are we at? So, Mr. Gray says we can name the dog Cash unless you think that would make him uncontrollable. Probably would. Let's see what else we got here. So keep in mind the dog will know your voice more than his name. That's very true.
Someone, or I think it was Julie said, or HR, one of them said, name it Briar.
Briar. Sounds like a female name.
It does kind of.
I think that sounds like a female name, and it's a male puppy.
And I did want to say thank you for sending me those recipes, Miss Lee. I did get those, and they look delicious.
We got a letter right around here somewhere.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you, Miss Lee. You're always kind and thinking about us. Let's see here. So Scott says this is his first time on. He says your freezer mods, the ice machine, is what got me hooked. That's how I've been running into the majority of people. That'll ice maker. So welcome, Scott. Thanks for jumping on and chatting with us. Let's see what else we got here. Name him Rooster. Yeah, we heard that name last week, and it kind of stood out to me a little. I think I like the sound of Ruger a little better. I just like the way it flows off the tongue, but I have considered Rooster as well. Golly, everybody's talking about food. All right, so Karen says, glad to be back. Well, welcome back there, Karen. She says, love your videos. So I don't know where you've been, but welcome back from wherever you were. Let's see here. Everybody's still talking about food. Tater tots. I guess, sorry, we didn't cook tonight. Everybody's hungry. So, Auburn Aviator, man, you made it 3 weeks in a row. Must have another layover or didn't fly tonight. So, welcome. He says, are you going to follow a specific book or training program for your pup? I have found one that I'm really liking. If I remember correctly, the guy's name's Stoney Davis. He's on YouTube. And he trains lots of dogs, but he's got a really long and good, actually multiple series on training labs. Hundreds of thousands of views per video, lots of good comments and feedback, a lot of people saying his training techniques really work for his dog. And they're very simple training techniques. It's pretty much the treat reward training, except you don't give them just a bunch of junk treats. You actually ration out part of their actual food for the day and use that as a treat. And believe it or not, that's how we've trained Bullet right here, is with treats for house training and everything. And he is so well behaved. Hey, you can get him to do just about whatever you want for a little bite. Yeah, for a little bite of a treat or breaking off something.
He knows do anything for food.
He would.
Yeah.
As do most dogs. You always hear the fastest way to a man or dog's heart's through their stomach. But I'm going to do some of his techniques, and I might put a few little twists on a few of his things, and I may record some of it as well if it works out. If it doesn't work out very well, no point in me recording that, showing everybody a bad technique, right? All right, there was one more question I was going to grab. Okay, so Casey, excuse me, asks, is the lab a male or female? It's a male. Yeah. So I know we have a lot of people jumping off and on, back and forth, so we will have to probably mention that a few times, but it is a male chocolate lab puppy.
Yep, and we get him in 2 weeks.
Yep, should be about 2 weeks, maybe a little over that. We've got to wait for his second round of shots before we get him. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Reading questions. So Doug or Davis would be a good male dog name. Gee, I wonder who you might be referring to there. Yeah, no kidding. Let's see what else we got here. So Ashley says, man, I love this channel. Well, thank you.
Good.
I'm glad you enjoy the channel. And do we ever cook inside? Asked Justin. I probably don't get that question more often. Yes, we do cook inside. I built Tiffany this nice big kitchen, and yeah, we don't really use it a whole lot. And I got news for y'all. Once the outdoors is done and the weather gets right, I bet we don't ever cook in here, other than if we need the big oven for something. Yeah. And well, really, we may not even need the oven anymore. So spoiler alert, although I'm nervous, I ordered something, and I ordered from a website I've never ordered before, and it's been 4 days and no tracking information, no response. So I'm starting to be scared. I got scammed, and I'm going to have to contact my credit card company. But I took some of y'all's advice. Y'all know I've been on the fence about pellet grills, or I want something out there on the porch, and have always planned on doing this, something that can be automated, programmed, and serve as an oven as well that we could bake in. And I wasn't 100% sold on pellet grills. Well, a couple of y'all kept mentioning the Masterbuilt Gravity series. I had no idea what it was. I didn't realize it was an automated charcoal grill / smoker that kind of works like pellet grills, but you can put real chunks of wood in it, charcoal, everything. Well, once I watched a few YouTube videos, I was sold. I had to have one. So I ordered one through Walmart because they're having a crazy sale right now. Well, guess what? They notified me that all of them they claimed they had in stock, no longer in stock. So they had to refund me. Then I had to order one from another website. Now I'm waiting to see if it's ever going to ship. So hopefully we'll have a cool video on that. And we are going to have a way on the porch now to actually bake casseroles and do whatever we want and permanently stay outside. So I said all that to say, no, we don't cook inside much, and I don't know that we're ever going to cook inside much once we get this outdoor kitchen done. Unless we get back to next summer and it's 100-degree days and stuff like that. You know, then you want to come inside.
It just depends.
Yeah, but then if we have a pool out there and more fans, we'll probably still stay out there when it's 100 degrees. Right. So yeah, I can foresee us not really doing much in here. So it is what it is. We're outside people. We always have been. So let me not skip over Mr. Robert. Thank you so very much for your donation there. He said flagpole fund. It's a very important fund that we've got to get on coming up here in the near future. Let me add that to it. We truly do appreciate your support and donation there. It means a heck of a lot to us. It really does. And he says, remember, you have a promise to keep with taking a day and going fishing. Yes.
Even if it's just a few hours. Right. I mean, it's literally down the road. You can go for a few hours.
Yes,
and then
shame on
he
me.
just gets in a zone and wants to start, and
When I get focused on something, and I'll be honest with you, the Outdoor Kitchen series is doing so good. And it's such long times between when I can post a video because you have to do several days of work before I get enough content. I'm staying focused on that as much as I can, and then you've got chores and other things in the background that has to happen because I really want to get that content out. We're so close to wrapping this thing up as far as the build goes, and then we'll get into the really fun stuff, the bar stools, footrest, hanging TVs, and I can't wait to get the outdoor appliances like that smoker and the tabletop appliances we're going to get. So the series will still go on, but once I get focused on something like that, man, it is hard for me to get off. I get driven and focused on it, even though I'm sitting here at night going, man, pouting, I really want to go fishing. No, there's nobody to blame but me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get focused on work and dedicated and want to get it out. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to the kitchen build, and I want to get that out. But I know a lot of you are looking forward to outdoor stuff too. Shame on me.
Make it a priority.
I know. I've done bought me some new lures I really want to try. So I'm not promising y'all, but I've been mentally preparing myself to go this week. I want to go this week. And I'm going to get that thermal video out too. I know, stop promising. Actually, what I need to do is one day aside for sighting that thermal in and finishing that video up and fishing that morning. That's what I need to do, get 2 videos ready. And we want to go do another crabbing video too, because oh my goodness, even though I haven't really posted that channel in months, our crabbing videos do so good on that channel.
Well, we might
me and Tiffany go. Yeah, we'll see if we can do that as well. Okay, I have missed a ton of comments. Let's see here. So Miss Lee says she uses Pet Botanics mini training treats when she takes her therapy dog to the local hospital. And I'll look into that. But the one thing I really like about what Mr. Stoney does, hope I'm saying his name right, he doesn't buy any extra treats, doesn't give them anything they should or shouldn't have, or the extra expensive treats. He trains the dog to where, say he's going to give him 3 cups of food a day as a puppy, and he rations it out. Well, he'll keep 1 cup or a cup and a half in a treat bag for training throughout the day, so the dog's getting the food that it needs, and then it gives the remaining food to the dog's bowl, whether you feed it for breakfast or supper. So he's not really adding anything additional, but he's using regular food as kind of a reward and treat. That's the stuff that the puppy was already going to get anyways. I really like the sound of that. That way you're not loading them up with other stuff. Now, are we going to give the puppy treats? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably going to get extra stuff just like that little dog does right there. So we'll see how all that works out. Cash is on.
I know.
He said, Andrew, did you say something about a pellet? I have a feeling Cash is riding down the road with me playing. As soon as he heard the smoker or cooking, he said, what? Yes, Cash. I don't know if you're familiar with the Masterbuilt Gravity series. They have 3 different sizes. I bought the Masterbuilt Gravity 800. It's got a huge hopper on the side with a fan, and it'll do lump charcoal, regular charcoal, and you can put chunks of your own wood in there, which I love the sound of that. So all the smoking wood that I normally split here, I just cut it down into smaller chunks. You can feed that in as well. Fully automated. It goes from 150 degrees, which is insane, up to 700 degrees. It's fully programmable, and then you still get actual wood and charcoal flavor. So all those things are good selling points to me. Now, with that said, I'm a true believer in just having a real wood smoker that you go out there and hand feed. I enjoy that process. But what I'm going to really like about this smoker is there's lots of times that you got things going on, you're entertaining for guests, and I can literally go set this one and program it. It'll control the temperature. It's got meat probes, and then it'll even talk to your phone and let you know where you're at. So that right there really gets me excited about having one of those. I'm still going to use traditional wood. I know Cash is probably going to bust me about that. What are you getting something automated for? Because Cash is old school. If you ain't putting a log in there or just charcoal, you're doing it wrong. All right, let's see what else we got here. What?
He's back there fluffing the chair.
Oh, he's back tearing everything up. All right, so I missed several donations. Wow, I missed several.
Yes. Thank
y'all so much. I have yacked too much tonight. So Mr. Mike, always so kind and generous. He says, you guys always make us hungry, so it's our turn to make you hungry.
Yeah, send us pictures of
No kidding. Well, y'all been talking about food all night long. Yeah, start emailing us pictures of food to kellyscountry@gmail.com. So he says, here you go for your flagpole fund. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Mike. You're always so kind. I'll add that to the fund. And for anybody that's new on here, we had a viewer send us in, excuse me, I got a cough tonight, a 10-foot by 15-foot American flag. We have been talking about putting up a flagpole out in the yard for a while anyways, and then this huge flag shows up. So now we're going to build and weld up our own gigantic flagpole and have something out in the yard to show off. So all the donations here is going toward buying that metal and getting this all welded up. I'll probably have to get a friend in with a boom, a man lift to actually help me lift this up, because this thing's going to probably be at least 60 foot tall, made out of really large pipe. So this is going to be kind of a fun build right there and have something cool to show off in the background. After the fact, we don't know exactly where we're going to put it yet. We're going to have to really stand in the yard and figure that out. But there's probably a bunch of new people going, what on earth are they talking about, these flagpole funds? And by the way, to everybody that's new, we don't expect any of these donations or any of this stuff that's happening. We just have extremely kind and generous viewers. And a while back, they just kind of started making funds up on their own and throwing money at it. And I started writing it down and keeping track of it. And whenever a fund gets to an amount that it covers it, we make it happen.
Right.
Y'all want to see it happen, we'll make it happen. So thank you so much. So right behind him is Newman. He says third for the flagpole fund. There we go again. Look at that. He says my Polish immigrant grandpa had a giant flagpole with American flag. Polish flag would also go up on certain holidays. Great sight to see every time we visited. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we're knocking that thing out quickly. We'll be able to cover some steel pipe here in no time. So thank you, Newman. Truly do appreciate it. And let's see what else we got here. Scrolling down a little further, there's Justin. He says, excuse me, flagpole fund. Looking for a veteran-made pole. My friend in Oklahoma City, I believe is what that stands for, got a really cool one from a local veteran for a good price. So that's awesome. I think I want to build mine because I think it'll be an awesome project to include on the channel, especially since everybody's kind of donating toward it. So we can make a really cool video out of it and kind of honor all the people that's donated toward this. So, I mean, it won't be a major build, but it'll be interesting welding this all up, bracing it, making sure it's correct.
And I'm sure you'll overdo.
And I'll overdo it, like I always do. And then we'll have to figure out how to get this thing lifted up and in place too. Plus, it's going to turn into a lightning rod, and we get crazy afternoon thunderstorms, like 50, 60-mile winds can happen. Absolutely can happen and catch me off guard. So I'm going to have to really beef this thing up, because it's going to have a huge flag catching a lot of wind there. But thank you very much for the donation there. And then, oh my goodness, right behind Justin is Miss Lee, Outdoor Kitchen Supplies.
Thank you, Miss Lee. Yes.
Which I think y'all have already done. Y'all done recently ran that up to $150. So that's covering some awesome stuff there.
I spent a lot this week trying to get containers.
I'll be honest with you, Tiffany's done burnt that fund. Y'all should have seen her when she come home this week. Sealed containers.
Yeah, I got some really nice sealed containers from Costco.
I can't talk today either. I ain't coughed all day long now. I'm talking so much I keep coughing.
But they have a really nice like rubber seal around them. So
yeah,
I think
they're gasketed.
Yeah.
And we think that's going to be a good idea for helping keep humidity out, roaches and rodents. Let's just be honest, that kind of stuff's going to happen on a porch. We also got some cast iron. So see, we're going to have other videos after the build's over. We got some really cool cast iron stuff to go on top of there too that we can fry in. We got cast iron woks, all this stuff. And got it for
little fajita skillets.
Yeah, fajita skillets, fish skillets, all that stuff. And we got this stuff for like killer prices. So we'll show where we got all that stuff as well. So thank you very much, Miss Lee. Always so kind.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's see here. So Malin B says the best meat I've ever cooked came off that grill. I promise you won't be disappointed. I hope and pray you're talking about that Masterbuilt Gravity series.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, but I said there's been a ton of other grills talked about.
Yeah, their previous comment was saying that they
awesome.
They love that grill.
Every reviews I keep reading on, there's just everybody knows the flavor of charcoal is amazing, and then combining that with wood that I split right here off the property, this sounds like a match made in heaven right here. I got way more excited about this than I did a pellet grill. Don't get me wrong, pellet grills cook great food, but this just sounds right up my alley. So I can't wait for it to show up. Oh, I'm so excited about it. I've literally been watching YouTube videos every night this week on briskets and ribs, and I've never did a tri-tip, and I always hear Cash talking about tri-tips, so I'm definitely going to try one of those almost immediately when I get it.
So he'll be cooking for me.
And speaking of Cash, he says, what's the Amazon Bear Rug Fund up to? Negative $200. We still have a really long ways to go. We don't necessarily need that cash. Let's don't get that fund started. And Crystal says it'd be cheaper to build your own pizza oven. The one we sell is $400, and don't think they've sold many of them.
Yeah,
I do have a very special video coming for that. Not your traditional what you're thinking pizza oven. Again, I gotta find some time I have some amazing
I was
projects.
about to say, you have a video coming like you're already about to do it?
No.
Oh,
I have
okay.
some DIY builds and all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
that's just burning holes in my mind. And I'm actually grabbing a bunch of materials for a lot of these builds I'm going to do over the winter. But we have some really cool, like, cooking appliance builds and stuff coming. So, Mr. Gray, my goodness. By the way, I sent you a message. I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks, or I've been missing your comments. I'm starting to get worried about you. So good to see you back there.
Glad to see you back.
So thank you for an extremely generous donation there. It says pool and deck fund.
We were actually talking about that last night.
Yes,
so
we were.
It is still on our mind.
Yeah, we don't need to forget about that one right there, because we are going to be getting a pool late winter, early spring. For those of y'all don't know, we just ordered a pool recently. And after about a week of having paid for it, waiting for all the parts to show up, we get a notification of, oh, sorry, that pool is no longer in stock. And it was one that we were dead set on. And then there was 2 other models that we were willing to go with. They were completely sold out. And then we were told that the manufacturer had told this warehouse place there wouldn't be any more till winter or most likely spring of next year. So we're like, oh, goodness.
Which is okay.
I know it was.
We didn't have the time to deal with it anyways right now, so.
Yep. But the cool thing is, we think this is going to time out perfect for us. We got all these other big projects going on, money going out, need money coming in, stuff like that. We think springtime is going to be the perfect time for a pool anyways, because, and when I say springtime, I'm talking for Florida. While it's still snowing and cold in the rest of the country, I think nobody's thinking about pools then.
Right.
We may be able to get a good deal on one, because pools probably aren't selling. And the cool thing is, we can actually install that pool while it's, still cool, not burning the heck up like we were about to attempt to do. So I would love for us to get our pool set up, the deck built next spring while it still feels really comfortable. And then about the time the warm season hits, man, that stuff's set and ready to go. And maybe lumber will still be nice and cheap by then and drop some more, and the pool itself. So thank you very much, Mr. Gray. I can promise you that one is getting added up, and we will be doing that. We're super excited about that. We really are. Okay, I have missed about 50 questions. Scott says, never knew about chicken poo. What are you? You probably talking about fertilizer.
Yeah.
Got a neighbor with chickens. Going to have to talk with them. Oh man, chicken poo is by far one of the most nitrogen-rich and best fertilizers you can get. Now be careful; it's extremely nitrogen-rich and can burn up certain things. But there's lots of crops like the corn everybody keeps talking about that you just about can't add enough nitrogen. You can't do it. Plus, chicken manure is really good to mix in with your own homemade compost to add that nitrogen boost to it. And then you can kind of tone it down by doing that. But yeah, absolutely. Talk to your neighbor. Chicken manure is the way to go. I'm going to be cleaning out our chicken coops for life, adding it to horse manure, cow manure, and everything else, and building my own compost pile from here on out. It takes a lot to make a good compost pile, but we're going to start adding all of our farm waste to it. Why not, right? And then you can add garden scraps and everything else to it to keep building it. And Mr. Gray says he wants the belly flops to come back.
Yes.
Yeah, we've picked up a lot of new people. So I used to do some belly flops on the live stream when we had this gorgeous, gigantic blow-up Walmart pool that was literally about 4 foot wide and 8 foot long.
Yeah.
I used to do belly flops at the end of the live streams for people there. I guess we're gonna have to bring that back. I'm glad I don't have the belly flop on the ground anymore. We'll do it once we get an actual pool. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So how are your chickens? Okay, I've seen that quite a few people jumping on asking again. He said they have 5 chickens, but they live in the city. Well, we don't have the 7 chickens, and we don't live in the city. Right. But we will be getting a whole lot more. We don't need any more chickens than we have in the size coop that we have. But one of my projects this fall is to build a really nice custom coop. I'm excited about that. I have a lot of really cool ideas for our big coop build. But thus far, they're doing excellent. No issues at all.
Happy.
They are happy. They're getting huge. My goodness, they're growing up so fast. So I'll try to record them this week. We've started giving them treats in the afternoon, some mealworms. That's a favorite time for us. They go crazy. And I think they like grass just as much as mealworms. You pluck some grass thrown in there, they start going nuts for it. They'll eat out of our hands now. They'll jump up and get a little worm out of your finger up there. So we'll have to show that off. Let's see what else we got here.
So Andrew wants to know how I'm liking my makeup closet, and I love it. My own area with my stuff. So his stuff is in a separate area. I like it.
Yeah. I like that too. Let's keep things separated. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Oh, great. Everybody's talking about the bug zapper. They want that to come back. Yeah, well, how about belly flops? No bug zapper.
Right.
We ain't doing
We're
that.
graduating to the belly flops.
Yeah, that's
eventually.
right. Speaking of the bug zapper, I need to get out and have fun with a bunch of love bugs.
Good gracious, you wouldn't be able to get them out of it.
I know, I'd probably burn the batteries out of that thing.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh, let's see what else we got here. Everybody's still talking about chicken poo? All right. Yes. So several more people's come on asking about the cooking. I see Cash asking about that as well.
Sorry.
Nope. But that's good news. No cooking tonight because the Blackstones tore all to pieces. It's sitting in place out there. The kitchen's tore all to pieces. So work is going on. Actually, we made a trip up to Tallahassee today to multiple hardware stores to pick up the last of what I need to hopefully wrap this up. So maybe by the end of this week, I don't, unless there's a major problem, I think the kitchen's done and we're cooking on it. And then we can move on to the bar stools and the fun stuff
Yeah,
with it.
as long as we don't have a ton of love bugs next weekend.
Yeah, I'm worried about
I
that.
have a good recipe I'm going to cook next weekend.
All right, we already got a recipe
Yeah.
for it, and hopefully it's not a bug recipe. So we'll see. So Steve says he's a 2-time belly flop champ in Key West. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
He says he hears a challenge. No, you don't, because I don't like doing belly flops. They
What
hurt.
is a belly flop challenge?
He says he's challenging me to a belly flop contest.
Oh,
But they have belly flop contests.
Really?
Yes,
What's
they
it
do.
about?
You look on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's who can make the biggest belly flop. And I mean, there's some big guys doing some things that look like it hurt. Oh, they're jumping from high. They go crazy. Let's see what else we got here. The perfect name. Take money for dollars. How are you going to build a stationary chicken? Okay, so Miss Pam wants to know, am I going to build a stationary chicken coop or a mobile chicken tractor? I plan on building both. That's been a popular question. So I want to build a really big stationary coop that I can walk in, clean out easy. It's going to have a lot of features that I've never seen anybody else do. And then I'm going to set it up in such a way that I can have a portable chicken tractor, which is, for people that don't know, that's something you can tote around behind your tractor or pick up by hand and move. It's just basically a hoop net on wheels, so you can move the chickens around the pasture but don't have to worry about hawks and other things coming in and getting them. It's just a big safety net basically. But I do plan on setting the coop up in such a way that I can push a chicken tractor up there, load them into it, and move them around the pasture.
You have some really good ideas.
Yeah, we'll allow them to free range.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to build the chicken coop. I think it's gonna be awesome. All right, so Sean says he can't wait to start his outdoor kitchen next year. Hopefully materials and all are even better prices by then. Things have been slowly dropping, so that should help you out there for waiting a little bit. Let's see here. So another question, why don't we cook in the house? We do cook in the house. We don't really for the live stream because it's just hard to kind of get cameras and stuff set up over there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be very exciting like
I
cooking
like
on the
just
Blackstone.
presenting better on the Blackstone and,
Yeah.
spreading the food out where, I don't know, to me it's just like cooking inside is kind of like, what do you do?
Right. So Crystal says she has an outdoor kitchen. It's in her van.
All right.
Yeah. So probably one like a little RV, a little slide out one.
Crystal, have you started traveling yet? I'd be curious to know.
Yeah, and she just took, I think, 2-3 weeks off. Hopefully you enjoyed your staycation they kept talking about there. And Julie asked, how are you liking your narrow sliding shelves in the bathroom? She's talking about our laundry pull-out shelves. Love them.
It is so space efficient. Just it's still not full. Like the very,
We
very
can't
top
fill that
shelves,
thing up.
I just finally put one item up in the because I knew I would never probably go up that high to get it. So I just put some things up there that we don't ever really need, but it's so space efficient. I can fit so many washcloths, so many towels, a bunch of toilet paper.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
You probably, I don't know, that bottom shelf alone, you probably put 30 rolls of toilet paper,
Yeah.
maybe more. Like, it can last you a few months. It's just insane. It's crazy how much room you get in that space right there. So I think it was an excellent use of our space. I'm so glad we went with doing that. Hopefully, a lot of y'all watched that video. It's my first time ever custom building cabinets, but we had a big dead space behind the shower. So it was make the shower even bigger, which we didn't need. Or take a space that was this wide but 8 foot tall, 4 foot deep, and custom build some pull-out linen closets right there, and gave us just a tremendous amount of storage, like more than we'll ever need.
It feels so heavy duty.
Yeah,
The
well, it's
shelf.
built out of
Yeah.
no 1/2 inch and 3/4 material, but yeah, I mean, no issues. I've been
We love
worried
it.
about the hinges wearing out and stuff, giving us a problem, but no issues at all. So Miss Pam wants to know, could armadillos dig into the chicken coop or tractor? They could. They don't really come out in the daytime. I don't foresee them messing with the chickens, but I did learn in reading about armadillos. I had no idea they can eat chicken eggs, and they do desire eggs. Typically they eat grubs and worms, things like that, but they apparently do like eggs. So I would be a little concerned about them coming in the chicken coop. However, if they do dig in, which it would only be at nighttime, they're relatively nocturnal, it's of no concern because I plan on always locking my chickens up in the actual wood portion of the coop itself at night, not leaving them free roam of the pen. I already do that right now, so it gives them an extra layer of protection. But armadillos really aren't concerned for me. It's all the foxes, the raccoons. We're starting to have a major raccoon problem all of a sudden. I mean, I'm seeing them everywhere. Coyotes, stray cats. We just have a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, we do.
I'm more worried about that kind of stuff for the chickens. And then if we actually let them out, oh my goodness, we have bald eagles. We have some of the biggest hawks and owls you've ever seen. So I'm going to have to protect them one way or another, especially from all the flying predators that we have. So did I ever get the four-wheeler running again? I did not. That's
low on the list.
Yeah,
right
that is pretty low on the list. That's going to require a pretty significant tear down. I need to go ahead and change all the old dry rotted fuel lines. I need to either replace or completely rebuild the carburetor. It's been neglected. It's set for way too long, and it's time to do a full breakdown on it. Let's see here. So did I get my Facebook issues resolved? I've been meaning to give y'all an update on that, so thank you for asking, Miss Sylvia. It's better. It's definitely better. Funny thing is, once I posted that video that I posted over there, for all the people that don't know, we started running into some major, and I mean major Facebook issues to where I was getting copyright strikes on just about every video I posted, probably close to 100 videos. Every time I would post a comment or respond to a viewer, I was getting threats from Facebook saying that you're spamming your viewers, you're going against policy guidelines, and like literally my responses were, thank y'all so much for watching and appreciate y'all. Just typical comments that I put back. I don't know what was going on with Facebook. So I posted a video that I thought was probably going to get me banned off Facebook and pretty much told everybody over there, come find us on YouTube because we have none of those issues here. I'm scared I'm going to lose everybody. And here's the funny thing. The day I posted that video, I haven't had one single copyright strike since. Not one. I did for the next few weeks get more of the spam stuff. Every time I'd just respond to comment to somebody, I'd get spammed. Or Facebook threatening that I've been spamming people. Now, excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing tonight. Now that has almost completely went away as well. So y'all noticed over there that I was just giving a bunch of hearts showing you, hey, I'm reading your comments, but I wasn't responding much because I was always getting flagged. Now that's gotten so good over there, I've started responding a lot more to comments. So it's definitely much better. There must have been something major wrong in their system, or either somebody stumbled across our channel that works for Facebook and made some changes. I don't know, but it's a lot better. But before that, if it wasn't for the people, I would have canceled my Facebook because there's no money to make over there. It's just not, it wasn't benefiting us other than communication with viewers. And we've met some awesome people over there, and we did not want to lose those people. But right now, it's heading the right direction. They don't really promote our content over there. It doesn't get many views. It doesn't get pushed out at all. But that's okay. We have a good community of people over there as well that we don't want to lose. So we're going to keep posting content there and responding to comments and all that good stuff. So thank you for asking. It's definitely a lot better. I don't know what the heck happened. I really don't know why we went through such a stretch there that it looked like we were about to lose our account. I have no idea. So what did I do before YouTube for a living? That used to be a very common question. So for lots of different things, but for almost 10 years, 9 years before I quit my last job, I worked at a paper mill. So what I did there, I started out as a technician on the ground floor and worked my way up into the company and eventually moved over into management. And what I did before I quit to pursue social media was I was what they call an optimization or optimizer manager over 3 departments of that mill. And I was over the ebb and flow of the people, the process, everything. I was expected to take lead and be in charge of throughput, from the equipment, from the people, for cost, everything. Try to maximize throughput, work with engineers, you name it. I had to have my hand in a little bit of absolutely everything that worked in those departments, and ultimately I was supposed to try to keep costs down and try to keep production up, make the most of the money that you can. That was my responsibility, and it involved everything from shutdowns and new equipment that we brought in. Like I said, I had to work with people from all different backgrounds and fields: electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, all that stuff. So it was an interesting job, but it was a 24/7. Expect to have a cell phone glued to your hip, and if you needed to work 16 or 18 hours and work on Christmas and whatever type of job, you were expected to do it. And that took a lot of the fun out of it. I loved that career for the fact that something different was going on every day. There was tons of troubleshooting, lots of stuff to figure out. It kept me stimulated, kept my mind going. But at the same time, you're in 10, 12, 13 meetings a day. Online meetings, in-person meetings, budget meetings, just all kinds of stuff that, oh my goodness, give you time to go out in the field and focus on what you're supposed to do. And again, they expected to be on call 24/7. No, that was no life. You'd be laying in bed at 2 a.m. and if something happened in your department, you're expected to wake up and get out there. So we talked about it. I started having a major passion for social media, and we prepared for it for about a year for me to walk away from that job, paying things off, watching our money, saving, and we made an agreement that I would try it for a certain period of time, and if we seen what we thought was a decent growth, we just picked this arbitrary number, some random number, that I would continue to go for it. And we seen it, we went past it, and here we are. Still a lot of work to do, a lot of growth to do to make this thing solid. You have really good months and you have really bad months on social media. It's just the way it goes. But the ultimate goal here is to eventually get her home as well, which is going to require the channel to be quite a bit bigger. That's just all there is to it. But we're working toward that way, and then we can get some different types of content on there. But there was that 15-minute spill on what I used to do. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing. It's a roller coaster ride. I always say that, the social media is, but we've met so many awesome people like y'all. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. And the fact that I get to work from home and I get stimulated again, I get to be creative again, which is what I'm passionate about, DIY and building things and teaching and learning, all that stuff. Nothing has ever provided me that kind of a platform like this social media has.
It's been awesome.
It has been awesome. So thank y'all for the support and helping us grow. It means a heck of a lot. It really does. Okay, I've missed about 200 comments. So let's see what else we got here. We'll grab a few more, and then I think we'll probably wrap this thing up. Looks like we've been going on an hour right now. So let's see here. Excuse me. Man, y'all talking about all kinds of stuff on here. Everybody talking about Facebook jail.
Yeah.
I didn't get in it, but I was expecting to get in it at any time. So my goodness, we'll see how that works out. What else we got here? So Crystal says your subscribers are climbing 59,000. That's right.
Yeah.
We've seen a big slowdown over the last week or so because, well, just videos aren't getting promoted, and that's the way it works. You go through spells to where it usually seems like about 4 weeks. When YouTube finally wants to promote you, they'll promote a few videos for about a month, and then they stop. And then you'll see this surge, and then it slows down, and then you hope and pray over the next few months or a year or so you produce that or word that one video correctly or produce one that people happen to be searching for, and then you get promoted again and it surges again. It's just the way it goes, but I guess it keeps everything interesting there. So Eric says, Zoe says good night. She has school in the morning. Hey, I understand that. That's right. So I think we are probably about to wrap this thing up ourselves.
About to go good night too.
Yeah, well, we're going to have us a very late supper since it's 8 o'clock here, something light, and then I guess we're going to get ready for bed ourselves so I can get up and start working on the kitchen in the morning there. So for all the people that I'm sure probably just jumped on a little late, please, feel free to go back and watch, but no cooking tonight. We're ending this kind of odd. That's because the Blackstone's tore apart, the outdoor kitchen's out there getting built up. I think it's going to be absolutely done this week. We'll get y'all the video out for that, and we should be cooking on the outdoor kitchen next week, assuming all these bugs and stuff that's just migrated in right now will actually tone down and let us do that so we don't have a bug sandwich out there, if you know what I mean. So do want to say thank y'all for everybody that jumped on and chatted with us tonight. We'll get your content out this week as we can, and for all the people that's been asking about the chickens and food plots and everything else, I will get y'all a video out this week, fully wrapped up in that, and I may get the people that wants me to go fishing a video out this week too. We'll see what we can pull off there. But we're gonna keep focusing on that that outdoor kitchen. And I forgot, I got a ton of internet stuff coming in this week too. I'll get that set up and start testing it, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I should have a pretty exciting cellular internet series coming out, because I have a lot of stuff to test, and I think there's going to be some stuff that's going to save a lot of people a lot of money as well. All right, that was enough rambling on. So thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us.
Yes,
we truly do appreciate y'all. Take care. Good night. God bless. And we'll see y'all later this week on some videos. Yep. See y'all. See ya.